Okay, now let's analyze the latest developments with Mubashar Hasan. He's a political analyst and he joins me now live from Sydney. Mubashir, good to see you. I want to focus on India for a second here. Now that Sheikh Hasina has landed in India, what do you think the future holds for the relationship between Bangladesh and India, given the fact Sheikh Hasina is widely unpopular in Bangladesh right now?
Thank you for inviting me. That is a good question. I'm not sure Sheikh Hasina has landed yet, but if she's landed, that would put some pressure between India and Bangladesh in the coming days, depending on who is going to take over the power. I understand that the negotiation is still going on between students, the military, and the civil society about a formation of an interim government, and they will go to the president's palace soon to decide what form of government that will take place. And depending on who is going to take place and how India addresses Bangladeshi population's grievances, that will set the discourse between Bangladesh-India relationship in the coming days.
What do you think is going to be the immediate impact of Sheikh Hasina's resignation on the wider political spectrum of Bangladesh?
So at the moment, I think there are a lot of chaos on the street. Obviously, the people are angry. They set fire to the Army League office in Dhaka, and there are a lot of celebration as well as expected. I think there needs to be a sense of um, forgiveness and reconciliation that when we need to move towards that. If that is not taking place, then we're going to see a longer term chaos. So there needs to be some sort of order reestablished into the society. At the moment, everyone is celebrating, and that they deserve it. But also at the moment, there are some sort of violence, news of violence coming out that needs to be stopped, and everyone should look into in a compassionate way and manner. So that's number one. So there needs to be some sort of addressing some sort of political deadlock. Second is there needs to be a free and fair election. And it is absolutely vital from this point on to move forward. And then number three, or maybe perhaps it is the highest priority, is to address the sense of injustice that is persisting among the wider population. And whoever is going to take over the power, whether it is an interim government, they need to start working on this from day one.
Right. Now, Mubashir, let's take a step back. What happened today, many experts would say that what happened today was something unimaginable about a month ago, because the protesters were demanding from the onset of these protests that Sheikh Hasina should resign. And Sheikh Hasina at the time refused to do so. In fact, he also called these protesters terrorists. I wonder, what do you think acted as a catalyst for her to resign? What was the catalyst here?
I think, I would be doing a bit of a speculation here, but most likely there are three trigger points that work. First of all, the UN have been very critical about what happened in Bangladesh during that crackdown, indiscriminate killing of the cities, of the children, and also students. And military vehicles marked with the UN logos were used in those repression. And Bangladesh military take pride in itself to be a key contributor into the UN peacekeeping mission. So I think that this big number of killing of Bangladeshi citizens shocked the groups that kind of is sponsoring this authoritarian regime that Sheikh Hasina was leading. And perhaps the UN criticism of the military also did not bode well with the military. And finally, I think the number of people, this huge number of people from all across the society who took the street in and demanding demanding Sheikh Hasina's resignation underpin that she lost her legitimacy, and that was so vivid. And I think while Sheikh Hasina was moving towards further repression, I think whoever came into the scene kind of facilitated her resignation.
Mubashar Hasan, thanks very much for talking to us here on TRT World. I really appreciate your taking out the time.